Hey everybody, and welcome to the PanelCast. I'm your host AJ. With me this week is Joel Katz of Fictional Studios. What's up, Joel? Still trying to live down the misspelling of mobile in the fictional panel post that we put?
Look, spelling is something we practiced when we were children. I botched it then. Thank God computers came in and helped us figure out spell check. College wouldn't have happened for me without spell check, but it didn't fix the problem.
Right.
You can't spell check hand-drawn art. You just got to look at it and spell it right.
Right. Or, check your phone or, things like that. Anyway, this is a special episode in that we're going to be doing our first unboxing video.
Yeah.
Joel and I have ridiculous amounts of toys. Some of us more than others of us. But we decided that we were going to get together and maybe show off some of what we have in unboxing videos, because we haven't actually opened all of our toys yet.
No. It's my first unboxing too. This is something I kind of do ritualistically by myself.
As do I.
You get something, you kind of push aside your schedule, you put your phone away.
You set up your rig, you set up your gear.
Yeah, you set up your gear and you go to it, and at that particular moment, usually you personally do hoard it for yourself for that enjoyment. But in this platform, we can share this with you guys, because you may or may not consider looking at these items, and hearing it from people who really have the item and really bought it and enjoyed it. If you're going to buy a car, you don't talk to the dealership. You talk to people who have one.
Right. And hopefully we will enjoy these items, because as you well know, we haven't even opened them yet.
No, but we have some back history as far as having products by these particular distributors. So at least we have
background on them and are familiar with some of their previous stuff.
Yeah, with their previous stuff.
Yeah. Let's start with what we're going to be unboxing first. Let's show off what we have, our stash. Joel, what do you have that you'll be unboxing in this video?
Can I grab the box?
Yeah. Pull the box out.
Okay, you guys. So there's a company, Four Horsemen Studios. I'll go through all the names of how to contact them online and all those other things. But
we're just showing off the boxes for now, just to show you guys what we have.
But this is a Headless Horseman combo. It's the Headless Horseman and his horse. I was excited. I have seen this thing out, but this is mine, and I have obviously it's still sealed. There's two different versions of it. I got the flamey version. There's one that's got like kind of
a tap in the box. There's a microphone right there.
No more box tapping.
No more box tapping, Joel.
Okay. Be nice to the box.
Tap that box if you can.
So, but I brought this one today. This is the flame version. I'm still tapping the box. If you know me well, if you know I'm tapping on stuff all the time. So, but like I said, I brought the one with flames on it. There is another version that is a iridescent, just glowy green, more Halloween-y green. I think they're both awesome, but I just went with this one at that particular time. I was feeling flames that day.
He was flaming on.
Flame on.
Flaming on.
The one I did actually see out of the box was the green version, which is awesome. So if you get a chance, I'll give you some information to look up pictures of that one as well. That may be more your style. Or if you've got the dough, get both.
Right. What I'll be unboxing in this episode is I can't even see past this box. You can't even see me. This is the MechaTran series HeatBoys number 0018 Leonardo series. This is the first of the kind that they put out, and I'll get more in depth as to what it does and stuff when we get to unboxing it. But I'm very excited for this. Don't ask me how much it was.
You make me laugh on that one. So I will say, when it comes to cost, you guys are going to look at the numbers that these things go for. But one thing I want to mention that's important is engineering. There is a difference between, I think, something that is a straight toy and an engineered piece of mastery. This Leonardo definitely is a next level. It's not enough to sculpt. You're having to create functional movement on a level that people who design bridges,
engineers,
we're talking people that make buildings not crumble
with master's degrees.
Yes.
Designed this. I can show you some of the back box art if you're curious as to what it does, but I don't want to get too far into it because I don't want to take away from the Headless Horseman. So why don't we go ahead and start with you?
Okay, well, take this knife. And
well, first, before you start, let's show our toolkit, okay?
Yeah.
We have our knives. Okay, this is my cute little battle axe. Don't ask me what that is.
We're fighting like tiny dwarves.
Yeah.
Who also have axes. We want to be on the same.
Well, look, I'm a tiny hobbit, and so I have to have my tiny axe. We have like things for snips. We have our toy safe pliers. These things are awesome, especially for like Legos or Transformers when you just can't get that thing and can't get it tabbed right.
Yeah.
These things are great. This is a flexible metal Mr. Fix-It. I don't recommend it on Transformers too much because the sharp edges will scratch on the plastic and they will damage. I use it mostly for box opening if I can't get to my my knives or something. You know, those pliers, you need them because things fall apart all the time.
All the time.
And last but not least, the things that save your fingertips. The spudgers. All right, simple little polyurethane plastic little things with beveled edges on one side, nice little hook and a sharp point on the other. These things will save your fingers, especially while doing complicated third-party transforming, where all the parts are microscopic and you need to zoom in everything. In fact, I have my zoom light here, just off camera where you can't see it, but this and the zoom light save you hours of eye strain and fingertip strain.
And potentially breaking.
And potentially breaking the toy too. So the true sign of a good of a transformer person is the shake. You see the shake where they're trying to apply enough pressure not to break it, but enough to force it into that tab.
Force into the tab.
That's the shake of a true professional right there.
Just right, because at that moment, you don't want to see their heart break.
Right.
If they apply just a pinch too much.
They snap it, strip it, break it, whatever. That's when you see the true dreams die. Right there. That's when you just see all the joy fall from their face.
Yeah.
So, Joel.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt. Take us on
your
the journey.
Good. You're good. So I'm going to go ahead and take the plastic off of this. I do want to tell you when I have gotten items from the Four Horsemen Studios, everything is also, I've enjoyed, wrapped really well. They ship their stuff really well, bubble all over the place just to make sure things aren't smashing. They were really communicative to me about stuff, about the shipping, about how long it was going to take. There was a figure that was like kind of on back order for them. They even let me know immediately, hey, one of these in your box may not come that day. So they were really good about it.
Who was it from? You ordered directly from the distributor?
I've gotten stuff from them multiple ways. I purchased their stuff on Big Bad Toys, which if you're a toy collector, I probably don't have to say much about Big Bad. You probably already know. Don't get wrong. You can find their stuff on Amazon.
Joel tapping on the box again.
Again, tapping on the box. You can find them on Amazon. You can find them a lot of places. I would tell you, like with most toy companies, especially smaller companies, if you can go straight to them, I would ask you to try to do that. The less people between them and you means more money goes to them, so they can stay around and keep giving you the stuff you want. So
look at small cookies.
Yeah. So I got the plastic off this thing. So one thing that kind of drew me to it right away
that's awesome.
was the box itself. Before I even show the rest of it, immediately comes off. Does have magneted side pieces, so it's a background which is perfect. It's perfect to make this piece look great. I'll span it out so you can kind of see the detail a little bit better.
The art is gorgeous.
The art is gorgeous. Like I said, there are magnets on the side so that when it's time to put the box back on, you can.
Let's show the front too.
Oh yeah, and the front. Get a nice good close up there. There's even a blurb about the character on the side, regardless of how familiar you are with the Headless Horseman. They put a lot of love into it. You may not be able to tell. It's got a nice shiny sheen to it. It's a heavy cardboard underneath the art. If the art was done digitally, I'll tell you what, they did it so well, it still looks painted. So however they actually went about doing it, it was a beautiful piece that somebody worked hard on. And that's just the cover. Once we get into actually just seeing what's in there, if you can see, so again, comes with a nice window for some people who do not open their stuff. You could leave it just like this, still pull the front off if you want people to see it. I will say Mythic Legions, everything that these guys do is pretty much, I'm going to go ahead and say probably mostly for the adult collector. Kids could play with these. They are pretty durable, but a lot of sharp ends, a lot of little parts. But I think for the most part, they're trying to make stuff for people who are a little older and a little more hardcore into details. We expect a bit more.
More the older collector, more,
yeah,
so, actual collector as opposed to somebody that's going to play with the figure.
All right. Pulling some more tape. Okay. And since this is an unboxing, I've never had to encounter how people package stuff in front of others. So if there are areas that I'm like, man, how do I get this thing out of here? Okay.
That's what I'm here for.
Yeah. That's why we have the toolkit. Okay. All right. Look at this. I'm going to pull them out of
I'm going to take this off to the image.
Also, on the back, there is a fabulous picture. The Headless Horseman.
Beautiful in itself.
Yeah, in all of his glory. So again, when they do have both versions, just know that this art, they changed magically. So on this side, you see flames that are red and oranges and yellows. The green color scheme looks like that's exactly the way it was supposed to be. So both of them look awesome.
I like the dichotomy between the cold and the hot. Like, you got the darkness, the nighttime over here, and the shining beacon of evil right here.
Yeah.
I love that.
And the background that's actually inside the box, now that you can see with them out a little better, is even still just an awesome piece of art that is not the same as the outer package.
They don't want you to throw this box away.
No, they don't want you to. They don't want you to. Luckily, I'm a box hoarder, so,
Can I see? Yeah?
Yeah.
Guess what?
Yeah. Pull the inner piece out.
And you have yourself another display.
Yeah. So they gave you a lot of ways to display this. Again, even though you're purchasing the toy that you're getting, I mean, packaging makes all the difference.
Yeah.
It just shows that extra love that somebody put into it, and they doubly so did on this one.
The art is phenomenal.
All right, let's see here. I'm going to start pulling some pieces out. Well, this is where I'm going to need a little help from AJ. We're going to do some twist tie in the back, but I think I'm just going to go ahead and cut them.
Just like a good nurse.
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
Call out the part you need.
No nip in the skin here. No nip in the skin.
Don't leave a sponge in.
No, not cool. Not cool.
He got his neck and his other legs.
But since I will tell you, as far as getting out, if I didn't have snips and I wanted to take more time, it's pretty much just a twist tie that you can turn.
Twisty, like you get on bread and stuff.
Yeah, but the figure's in there. I mean, don't get me wrong, in shipping, some stuff had happened, but as far as inside the box, your figure's not going anywhere. It's going to be in good shape inside the box. Yeah, there we go. All right. Thank you, my friend.
Sure.
All right, I'm just going to steady pull pieces out. I'm going to get them all here on the table, and then we'll start going through them. Also, not every company does sound a gel pack in their stuff, but the thing is, when stuff's shipped, it's very easy once moisture gets into your package. I've opened many toys that I thought were amazing. Sure enough, they were amazing, but they also came with little friends. They came with mold. Actually, not that long ago, I got a Optimus Prime, amazing. Opened up the trailer, nice little white spots all over the inside. Not the manufacturer's problem necessarily, but they did not have one of these silica packs in there. So
this is pure cloth. The inside along the edging here, there's a thin piece of like bendable metal that feels like what are those ties you just took off?
maybe a little twist ties.
Yeah, it feels like the little twist ties inside here. So it's bendable and shapeable. And it runs all along up here. This is actual metal chain and metal buckles. This is gorgeous just in itself. Quality of the cloth and the stitch work.
And again, that's something you're going to see with all their stuff. If you get cloth goods with any of their figures, it's made really well. There's wire work inside in case you want to really have that good moment of wind blowing behind a cape. If you want it to settle naturally and not just kind of just float there like a 1977 Obi-Wan Kenobi cape.
Like Mego toys used to?
Yeah. So again, you know, there's some things in order to, obviously I haven't met the gentlemen that run this company, which I'll bring those guys up in a little bit. I haven't met them, but I'm going to go ahead and venture to say you do not make a product with this much collector love in it unless you enjoy it. All right.
That's a sturdy ass
Yeah,
horse,
go ahead.
too.
Yeah, grab it.
I won't put anything together. I'm not going to take that away from you.
No, I don't care. I don't care.
Look at it.
Yeah, we're sharing it. I'm all about it.
This is a steady piece.
Hands out's always fun.
Wow, and the rein is malleable. You can move it around. You've got to be able to hit those eyes with some paint and make them glow.
Yeah, the horse alone is a good conversation. I do have another horse that they made, which is basically a skeleton demon horse. So they've got a couple horses involved, but I will say that this one is still got some uniqueness to this specific figure, but articulated like crazy. If you weight it right, you can definitely get this guy up on its back two legs. I did it with the horse that I got singularly.
This is gorgeous. And we'll have individual photos to go with this.
Yeah.
So you'll be able to see close-ups of it.
Even down to the tail articulation, we've got ankle joint, knee joint, multiple joints up in the hips, the head as well. On the saddle, which I mean, I can't even get all the detail in there for you. There's extra loops for extra weapons if you want to attach, and that's pretty much standard with all their horses. They're going to give you room for the extra accessories. I mean, I'm going to go ahead and say I think this horse itself is probably at least a couple pounds.
At least a pound.
At least.
Yeah. Maybe a pound and a half. That's comparable to the MP10s. Yeah.
For the horse, it does come with an extra mane if you want the mane flowing. So if you're really trying to have the act that the horse is in motion, it's got that mane, or it has the settled mane if he's just standing.
Please excuse me while I step up.
I'm going to keep talking for a sec. Let you do that. So when it comes to the rest of the figure, I'm going to kind of go through. So again, the horse, I could talk about probably for a solid 20 minutes on its own. I'm just going to put it back here for a second.
I'm going to take photos while you're doing this.
Oh, yeah. Bam. Yeah, maybe not. There we go. So a couple things I'm going to let you guys know about Four Horsemen or Four Horsemen Studios, which I'll explain that, is that these figures are designed to be pulled apart. They have knobbier joint connections so that you can, with just, with some right pressure, you can pull the arms off. You can mix and match pieces. You can build your own character, though most of the ones they make, I think, are perfect the way they are, so I don't do too much playing around. They do sell packs with extra hands, different heads, components to play around and make your own. I think the coolest part, though, is because they are designed to be taken apart, they're a little bit more forgiving versus figures that you're only pulling apart because you want to customize them on your own, but the company never intended for that. So I'll show you in the back. If you can see, there is two like circular holes and a square piece, kind of looks like a face screaming on the back. Ooh. Those are going to be on all their figures because they are designed to be able to attach wings or other articulations. There could be extra arms. There could be various different things that could be attached. So again, you can like further customize your figure. This guy, right out the gate, is just gorgeous. I'm going to pass him off to AJ after I just get him real close. The detail you're talking about, there's actual texture on the fabric. There is metallic where it needs to be. They take the time. There is buckles. There are areas, like I said, where they took the time. Even there is some metal studs all the way around. the lower part of his jacket, and all across the front. So every little dot there, if you can see, is a little bit of paint application. I'm not going to go through all the articulation, but just know you've got everything pretty much. You've got your wrist, your arm, your shoulder. There is a waist bend. There's ankle joints. I mean, they're as articulated as you pretty much need to have them be. They're right up there par with any other figure. So this guy has got the standard pumpkin head that's just going to go on it, but let's take a peek at this flaming pumpkin head. You're not able to fully see right now, but the flames are translucent and have awesome effect. If you're one that likes to take photos and play with lighting, this head is the business. Okay. It really is awesome.
I want a light behind it and have like the flames and everything glowing, and that would be an awesome photo shoot.
Because this is the Headless Horseman, they were nice enough to be extra cool and say, all right, well, yeah, he's got a head with that pumpkin, but it comes with a tiny, nice, grotesque, ham-looking piece for his neck, showing that his head, in fact, has been cut off. To match that is a hand that already has a ball joint connected to it so that he can, in fact, hold his flaming head, regular head, whatever you want. He could be holding a victim's head, whatever you want. But they went ahead and just gave you that extra option. As far as other hands, he does have just 2 good weapon holding hands. A fist hand, which is also tight enough that you could still stick the sword in there. He does have a very nice, simple, but nicely painted, beautiful sword that can go in any of the slots on the horse. Also, he has areas on his belt where you can slide the horse, but whatever you want to do, they give you options. The cape, without going full bend here, we're going to go ahead and throw it on him though. All right, now I am going to tap because this is trying to get the head off of here. All right.
What did you do?
Yeah, right. I was immediately freaking out. So it actually wasn't too bad. It is sturdy. It's definitely not going to fall off, but
we have glue just in case.
All right, so I'm going to get this on here. All right. Okay. Now, like I said, at this point, you could put the neck piece on. I'm really telling you, you're missing out. The detail on that, AJ, can you confirm, looks really awesome.
Let me get in there.
If you really, really look in there, you can even see a spot where you could say that might actually be the beginning of the windpipes or your vocal cords.
That is definitely a spinal cord coming up with the central nervous system.
Definitely. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to get the neck peg back on here. I'm going to go ahead and showcase the flaming pumpkin head. There we go. Again, not too bad to get on there. I am going to go ahead and throw the sword in the other hand just so you can see him in that glory. I will try to do a basic adjustment of the cape. All right, you guys. Oh, horse fell down.
God, horsey.
So just a quick look and seeing at just all the possibilities for how you could get that pumpkin flaming head to look awesome, and how much you could get into the cape. As far as him going on the horse, let's test that out. Let's go ahead and see. There are stirrups that you can put the feet in. I'm going to apply those for you. And again, not having the opportunity to put this in any sort of amazing pose for you.
Stance or anything.
Because this is, we're doing this all right now for you. But moving the other goodies, if you were to do just a basic look at what you've got going on here, when they are put together, again, I think they did not release this horse and the horseman separately, because really it's like releasing Shaggy and Scooby separate. That'd be silly. I think you need them together. It's the same idea. They really do need to go together. He is nobody without his steed in reverse. But as far as displayability, I think this figure is definitely one of the cooler ones I've got. It's the kind of figure that even though people may come over to your house, they don't care at toys about at all. I think this is a piece they'll still appreciate and want to stop and look at, just for the art ability.
Absolutely. This is one of those, like, you can't walk by a display case and not stop at this.
AJ, you got that cover?
Yes.
Let's go ahead and
it's right here.
I'm going to show this aside. I'm going to move these pieces over here. So turning him around a bit, have him looking over at you, sword up. So he is taller than the background, but still there would be ways for you to make that work out just fine. Obviously, to make the box big enough to have the figure on top of the horse the whole way, that's pretty serious box. But right out the gate, I think you guys can understand how you could have a lot of fun with this. Even to the point where if I had a friend that I really saved some cash, and this would be, if you were able to actually be able to afford to gift this to somebody, would probably be something they'd keep till they were dead, probably have in their coffin with them. But it was well worth it. I'm not going to go into price. There are different prices, obviously, eBay, and every other place you're trying to look for stuff. I will say this one is no longer, I believe, available from the direct site anymore. With them, they do a run. They try to give as much time for people to get it as possible. But after that, they got to move on to the next project. So then you are stuck aftermarket. But I think at this point, you're looking only at aftermarket with this one. But they're not taxing too hard. It's still a point where the money you're paying, I think you're still getting an amazing piece. So
I don't think Joel's going to make it out of my house with this piece.
That, it's going to be a struggle, but you guys won't see that.
Right.
Okay. And
or maybe you will. We'll have another segment on the PanelCast,
Yeah.
Called Geek Fights.
Yeah, but
where we fight over, our toys.
One thing we agree on, though, if we're going to do the fight, we're not doing it anywhere near toys. It'll be in the backyard. Because
Absolutely.
If we get hurt, that's one thing. But if we were to break something,
we're not knocking over a shelf.
That's unforgivable for both of us, and we're not going to be.
And yes, the baby axe will be there.
The baby axe. Yeah. No babies were used or harmed or involved in the baby axe process.
No, but they were used to test the baby axe. Running around. So lots of mother's nipples are laying on the floor somewhere.
I don't even know where to go after that. That's we're both
I'm sober.
Yeah, but we're also very, very, we have great imaginations, AJ and I. So if you say something, just know we will see it in our heads. Real quick before we do move on to AJ's unboxing, I don't want to mess this up, so I'm gonna make sure I do it on paper. I do want to tell you guys just a pinch. So Four Horsemen Studios was started in 1999 by Eric Treadway and Jim Preziosi. If I said your guys' names wrong, I'm so sorry, but I'm also giving you a free plug because I believe in your product. So since 1999, they have a large quantity of stuff. Their primary line is the Mythic Legions, which is going to be just what it sounds like. Mythic Legions. You've got dwarves, elves, barbarians, orcs, everything you can think of, from large figures to this big but typically you're looking at the 1/12 size. There's a figure for everybody. I've actually given a few of these as gifts to people who don't even like toys again, and they thought it was amazing, and it is on display because they may like a skeleton warrior. They may like whatever they're into. So again, as far as pricing, if you can catch stuff at their site and go directly to them when they first release things, and for a little while, you're going to get a better deal than I don't understand. Sometimes they sell on their site and there's people on eBay immediately selling it for double, and you can still get it for the original price. I don't know why you'd want to do that, but so if you need to find these guys, so their site is going to be sourcehorseman.com. But if you're actually going to go to the shop, it's going to be www.store/horseman.myshopify.com. Their Instagram is at 4_horsemen_studios. If you just straight Google them, you're going to find all those options there.
We'll have all this information listed below on the podcast as well.
Yeah.
So you can just scroll down below and click away. We'll also make this available after the podcast too. So
yeah. Last thing I'll say is they actually, if you're not even into just this, so they've got multiple lines. So there's a thing called Figura Obscura, which does a lot of just kind of offshoot projects. They did a Krampus. They did the Horseman was also part of that. They've done all kinds of other characters. They did a really evil, wicked-looking Santa Claus. They did a Frankenstein set, was absolutely ridiculous. I'm hoping maybe I can pick one of those up. But they've got that, so they've got that. Their other sidelines. Cosmic Legions, they took the love they do in figures and actually have a whole line of aliens and creatures in space with wicked armor, cool weapons, other heads. But enough about that. Go look for yourself and just peek around. There's plenty of really cool stuff to look at and a lot of explanations. Characters have stories. There isn't just the toy. Like I said, the whole team, AJ and I both appreciate all of what goes into something. And often it's only maybe even 50% just the figure itself.
Right.
Okay. That was a lot. That was a lot of words. A lot of words. When AJ starts his unboxing, I'm going to escape to drink water. Okay. So.
No, he's not. He's going to sit right here because he wants to watch the unboxing.
I don't want to miss any of it. I don't want to miss any of it. One thing before we do move on is that having friends together and collecting things is a big deal because, you know, there's only so much money. And a lot of times each of us may choose to collect more of something than the other. But when you're friends, you get to share and enjoy those things with each other. That item might go home to your house that day, but sometimes things visit and like custody of kids. But the main thing is you're really getting to collectively enjoy these things together. And everybody's going to have a very unique collection. Some may have more quantity than others, but it does not matter. They are unique to each other. And it's just more fun. When you were a kid, man, you brought your bag toys or whatever over to your friend's house. They went over to your house. It's the same thing, but now we're grown-ups and our budget's a bit better.
Well,
sometimes.
Depends on the time of the month.
Also, toys, when we were kids, man, you could pick up a G.I. Joe for about $1.75 at Sprouse Ritz, which is a store that's long since gone. Yeah.
We went Fetco.
Things have changed. Pick and Save is long gone. So, but yeah, being a grown-up, they definitely know we're grown-ups, so they do tax us hard. But, you know. All right.
Real quick, I do want to give a shout out to some of our friends. I just realized I was wearing a shirt promoting them. I didn't even realize I was doing that. So give it up to the Sarlacc Digest guys.
Absolutely.
I am wearing their shirt right now. Yes, go check them out. They do a great job with their Star Wars. I almost said Star Trek. Let's piss them off. They do a great job with their Star Trek podcast.
They're really nice guys, but that might be one place.
Right.
Yeah.
Look, all I'm going to say to them is that they need to live long and prosper in everything that they do. And I fully support them.
Oh, man.
Their Deep Space Sarlacc Digest station is fantastic. And, you know, every time I go there and I hang out with Quark and we just gamble the night away.
Yeah, they're loving all of this.
I'm sure they are.
Yeah.
Moving on.
This beast, man.
This beast. The Leonardo MechaTran series. Now, there's going to be a couple things that you're going to, when you look this up, you're going to come across other figures in the HeatBoys line. Mm-hmm. The rest of the turtles, for example. Those ones don't actually transform. Mm. Those ones, they stay in their turtle form, but the pieces that come with them attach to the vehicle that this transforms into. This right now is the only transforming character that they have. There's another version coming out of Raphael, I believe, and he turns into a tumbler version of a tank. So imagine Batman's tumbler, but in a tank form. And that's what Raphael transforms into. Yes, I will be getting it. And we will be unboxing it here when it comes in.
Yeah. And even though this one transforms, AJ knows more about it than I do, but just know, just because this is the one that transforms and the others don't full on transform, the level of complexity and articulation is still out of control.
With their other figures, the HeatBoys, I can't recommend them enough. I won't, unfortunately, I can't collect them because I have to restrict myself to Transformers only. Otherwise, that I have a company I have to run. So if we want to make comic books and do podcasts and do everything else, I have to restrict myself to only one line of toys.
Yeah.
And that's Transformers. However, when they do stuff like this and cross over into other things that I love.
Which, just know, this day and age, we're dying in a crossover world where they're making all kinds of stuff crossing over, and it's killing us because
I'm loving it.
It's great.
It's killing me at the same time.
It's great, but also, picking up a fourth, fifth job,
Yeah.
to buy toys you may not get to unless you're opening them at work, because you'll always be at work.
So let's go ahead and get started. First off, this box, as you can see, is huge. The artistry on it is nowhere near as complex and in-depth as, let's say, Joel's box was, but with the box, you get the whole idea of what you're in for.
Yeah, I think the difference on this one is, though artistically we're dealing with an art presentation for this toy, for the Mythic Legions, but with this Leonardo, what AJ was saying is, like, really, when you look at this box, you are going to know what you're going to get. You're not going to be confused about what's in there. It's not so artsy on the front that you're not 100% sure what you're getting. No, they're giving you a lot of really clear pictures of what you're going to get.
And you are absolutely intimidated.
Yeah.
Okay. When this came in the mail, I was like,
yeah, AJ's going to be doing all the opening and touching of it. I do not feel comfortable at this point, even now, because of how epic it is.
Oh my God, there's a knife that comes in it.
Yeah, it's pretty serious.
So let's begin, shall we? First off, we're gonna stab Joel because he showed up late today. Joel time.
Yeah.
Second,
it's a small stab. The show must go on. Okay. Right away, I'm going to tell you, if you guys are a lover of Robotech or things with a lot of caution and small, like, technical messages that are on something as if it was a real giant machinery or piece of armory, just right out the gate, it's got it on there. It's got those extra little details.
Well, that's because inside, if you will look, it is a mech.
Ooh, so
being driven by a tiny Leonardo.
Yeah. Again, crossover. It wasn't enough to just make this thing awesome, but for it to transform into a vehicle, they gave you a tiny Leonardo. The scale, I'm not actually sure. AJ, could you think we can kind of think of what kind of scale this would be to the figure? I'm not totally
I am
sure.
horrible when it comes to scales.
Yeah. It honestly may be its own scale.
All right. Looks like I'm going to have to do something that I normally have to do.
Oh.
And that is
both sides of the box.
I'm sorry, ladies, but I'm going to have to come in from the rear.
Both sides, all the options. That's what's happening.
Because I can tell already, plastic does not want to cooperate.
All right, I'll hold this while you slide.
No, I'll push. You got
it. Push. Okay. Got it.
There we go.
Okay, wow. We were talking about engineering. It may just be a simple rectangular box, but let me tell you, they had to just first off be able to engineer all of this in there, of which there is quite a bit.
The instructions are in the Oscar envelope.
It's seriously an Oscar envelope. It's you guys can't tell, but it's metallic,
embossed.
It's a metallic embossed, basically gunmetal color, which is pretty cool. And
the envelope itself is like, this is feel it.
You feel special, like they didn't make more of these than just the one you have. I don't know how many they made, but we're gonna go ahead and pretend this is the only one.
And the Oscar goes to.
Yeah.
All right, let me start. Let's start at the.
Let's see, is there any tape holding it? No, it looks like it's just crimped at the end. There is tape? Okay. Yeah.
This thing is huge. Just the box itself. Well, I now have 8 toes.
Yeah, it's okay.
I just took out 2 of them.
We don't need all 10.
All right. Now, this also comes with the platform that the mech is operated on, which is what these are for.
While he's removing other parts, I'm just going to take a peek for you guys and look. These are pretty serious joints as far as the pegs. They're larger. That always helps when you got sturdier pegs. You know, I know we're grown-ups, but still, if you're just too afraid to ever use the thing, what's the point? Unless, again, I'm not knocking people who keep their stuff in the boxes. If that's how you choose to enjoy your stuff, soak it up. But see, nice and sturdy.
Yeah.
Companies that at least, oh yeah, that's nasty. That is nasty. But I will say again about being a kid versus being a grown-up when they're designing stuff like this. Companies that do make collector toys for us grown-ups understand that even if we want to take it out, we want to be able to put it back in the package like it never happened for display. And again, both of these, I'm going to say right out the gate, were made that way. You can pull them out, enjoy them, minus seeing the cut tape. It's going to appear as if these things never came out. Sometimes you got to move. These things got to go back in the boxes. Right away, I'm going to try to hold this up real close. We have these awesome pistols, which have an opposable blade on the front, kind of a bayonet, with what looks like, I'm not 100% sure yet, but could be a finger hole for holding it through there. Obviously, these things are going to go somewhere because we have an articulated attachment piece right here, and that's just the pistols. That's nothing.
I'm going to hide Leonardo back here for now. I'm still going to take these everything in here.
If need be, these pieces that are going to go part of the back support structure, they are together on really sturdy joints. There is screws in there, which I kind of like because if you ever actually needed to, that means that it is more like a sturdy piece of something with screws that you can pull the screw out if you needed to. Again, right now, we're too early on to see exactly how all this business is going to go.
I am on to the second layer of the unboxing.
If your instructions come in this elaborate of an envelope, it's not going to be a quick transformation or put together. It's going to be complicated. Okay.
Holy crap.
So on top of the actual plastic clamshell box pieces that it's coming in, there is also your semi-sticky, like saran wrap style plastic sheets that go over stuff. So anything that is in those pockets is held in. Again, I'm really digging how sturdy and nice but smooth the action is on some of these larger pieces.
I know I should be talking during this unboxing, but I'm too busy geeking out.
There's a lot
going on. Thank you, Joel, for assisting me. Right now.
I'm trying to fill in for you because really, I don't think you can do both and properly do both. There is so much involved in this box.
There's a lot of different pieces in this unboxing, and so you'll forgive me if I'm just too busy drooling over everything or unboxing.
If you are like,
I don't want to drop or. Oh my god!
Yeah, it looks pretty hardy. Nice. Okay, so again, right out the gate, Leonardo swords. Nicely painted. There is actually
Bushido style.
Yeah, Bushido style. There's a nice little bit you can't see, but even in between what would be the fabric woven area of the handle, there is a slightly light green in the gaps there. They did not have to do that, but they did. The paint application is gorgeous. There is pegs on the sword handle, so we could probably make extra sure. I'm just guessing that his hands will be articulated, but we are going to make sure these swords do not fall out of his hands because of that extra peg.
And now, as if that wasn't enough, we have to get tiny swords.
Oh, man. Okay. They are wicked tiny swords.
They're so tiny.
Man, that's cool.
Here you go. Uh-oh.
The tiny swords themselves, again, have good paint application. Because because of the size. Oh yeah, because of the size of these swords, though, that the handles are a little not as adorned as the larger ones, but they're plenty good enough to go in the hands of the tiny Leonardo.
Which is,
oh man, yeah, you enjoy that. Okay, while he's holding them, I'm pretty impressed. We haven't even gotten the big Leonardo, the transformable one, out, but the small one looks like he's articulated on knees, hips. There is articulation to the head, the shoulders. There is space in the back and also areas where you can slide both of the swords in. It looks like the shell even opens.
I am not going to pop that open until I get the instructions.
Yeah, we're going to...
Nope, I can. I see where it's at. And no, I'm going to wait. I don't want to do anything damage.
Yeah, we're going to dig into the instructions before we fully look on that. But
there it is. That must be so it latches onto somewhere.
Okay.
Here we go.
All right.
Here you go, sir.
As far as the turtle goes, as far as the Leonardo, when you're looking up close, it's definitely a sweet classic first cartoon run version. Lots of fun. Like I said, articulated really well. The swords do go into the back slots. I'm not going to put them in there right this second. Actually, what? Forget it. I'll get it.
Play with the toy, Joel. Yeah, it's okay.
I'm going to go ahead and put one sword in his hand. I'm going to put another sword in the back sheath there. They are staggered in the back, so when you put both swords in, you're not going to have that problem where one bends the other one. Probably kind of hard to see, but anyway, there you go. That's him right out of the bat. So again, bends at the knees, bends at the hips. I'll just show you real quick.
Here's handrails. I know you can't see them, but there's handrails. I'm guessing they go on the... Holy crap.
At this point, we're just working on
I'm getting everything out of the box.
Just a stand. Just the support scaffolding, just like you would see potentially in a Gundam or in Robotech or any large mech.
Are these?
Yeah, those are more railing. A lot of railing. Perhaps a lot of railing.
Is that everything out? Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything out. Now we're on to phase 3. The unboxing and.
Mind if I pop this open gently?
Let me get here.
Get all the stuff out.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I'm going crazy. I can't wait to see what's in here. I feel like it's a golden ticket.
I know.
Yeah.
Grandpa's not laying on the bed for 20 years though.
Oh yeah, I still never understood that. Why there was so many adults
not working,
just laid up in bed.
Sometimes the pop that you hear is scary as hell. Because you think you broke it.
Oh yeah. But again, with this stuff, I'm going to go ahead and tell you for sure, if the outer shipper box is a pretty tough box, everything is inside of this box really well. Parts are not going to be coming out. Really tightly fitted bubble. Some more of that Saranny wrap stuff.
Saranny wrap is the technical term.
Saranny wrap stuff
is the technical scientific term that we're using for it.
It is pretty much a one pull. You're not getting that stuff back on again really very well, just like Saran wrap.
Saranny wrap.
Saranny wrap.
Here's the base. Show that off.
All right, guys. So this base is pretty sturdy.
Here's the other part of it. 2
base pieces. Again, we're going to figure out when we open these instructions and figure out what's going on here. Lots of good detail you can't fully see, but the plastic does have a slight sparkle sheen into it, so it gives a little more of that gunmetal look. Heavy pieces. Sturdy pieces of plastic.
And now we're on to the actual figure itself. I like that immediately, before I even get there, it's wrapped in foam. You see the foam it's wrapped in.
Yeah, something I didn't expect either. There was already actually some soft goods involved when I didn't think there would be.
Oh my God, look at the headband.
Yeah, so the rear part of the headband actually is cloth. Is there little metal bands in there? Yep, It's sure enough, just like the Horseman's cape, the headband pieces that are flowing do have tiny bands in metal wiring. So if you want to make that headband flow in the wind and look active, you can.
And it weighs about the same as your horse.
I mean, I can tell it's serious. Along with the scaffolding over here, these aren't just joints. There's pieces. There's a lot of actual metal screws.
This thing is impressive.
Yeah.
Heck.
I'm almost worried we'll need another show just to transform
it. I'm not transforming it.
Yeah, so we're going to let you guys know this unboxing is an unboxing. Once we pulled this thing out and realize the complexity of it, we're going to show you as much as we can right now. We'll probably have to do an addition video just for a transforming option.
I plan, we'll put the stage together and set it up to display, but we won't be transforming, only because all of my figures right now are in robot mode. And I'm keeping with that. So, but I will do a transformation video at the time when it comes to transforming.
Yeah, because it's very complex, you guys. Unless you want to sit here for quite a long time watching this, trying to get this figured out. Yeah, I will hold it. Oh man, that is a heavy, heavy piece. Again, you've got caution, warnings all over this. You've got really, really tiny options for posability. It's ridiculous. I mean, the articulation on here,
there's so much.
There's so much. You get full articulation with your fingers, the thumbs. You got
the bandana is cloth.
Yeah, cloth with a wire in it to bend it to move. It's just, again, it would need its own video. There is so much in the way of jointage going on here that
There's a microscope.
Yeah, you're getting a basic understanding of the detail on this thing, but it is absolutely ridiculous. You know, all the paint that's on there is gorgeous. It's ridiculous. It really is ridiculous.
I have to know.
They really nailed the way and the shape and the body of a turtle, but still kept still a classic fun look at the turtle, but made it mechanical. It's ridiculous. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and hand over real quick Leonardo. I'm going to remove this sword. And then AJ, how do you think it's easy to get him in there? I'm giving you, I think his hand will go up forward. We're going to try to put Leonardo inside the chest piece, like any good mech or any good mechanized suit, period, or whatever you love. They got to find a cool way to make the pilot go in there.
Oh, no, wait. Oops. Okay.
Also, what's really cool is I'm going to go ahead and the inside of the cockpit is awesome. There is in the rear of it, which you're probably not going to be able to see, but I'll try. There is what looks like some small TV panels, basically screen panels for him to mess with. There's other little panels in there with buttons. You see all that in the back there?
There's two little notches here in the front for his hands to lock onto. See them right there?
Yeah. And these, I open these too.
Yeah.
These open a bit, and I think you can try to squeeze them in there. When we're talking about an unboxing, please be gentle. Remember, we're encountering how to deal with these things as we're opening them in front of you. No prep, plastic off. Anything we encounter is raw. It's going to be what you're going to encounter when you open yours, so we might save you a little bit of drama.
And I've already lost his arm.
And the arm is in there. So we will, again, figure out better how to get this figure in for you. But there is multiple spots in there that once you get him in there, he's going to be pretty stable. There's hand pegs for his hands. Bam! There we got an arm. I'll plop that back on for you.
Thank you, sir.
And because of the round, thick, juicy peg on that, the arm went right back on like no big deal. But let me see. Do you think he stands?
Well, we'll pull out the instructions and we'll figure it out.
We'll figure this out, you guys.
So let's get to figuring, shall we? This thing is amazing. Like, it's so in depth, so detailed. And I love that, like, there's parts where, I can see the wheels here, but if I wasn't paying attention to it, I wouldn't have been able to see it. So I can't tell that it would transform into anything other than this big-ass mech that it is, you know?
I mean, that seems to be, AJ knows infinitely more about Transformers than I do. But when it comes to, I think a really good Transformer is one that makes you feel super stoked in both positions. As the robot looks like a sweet robot, very functional robot. But when it transforms, if it needs to be a truck, it needs to be a truck. Right. I don't want it to just be, a robot that just barely turned into a truck. Like, really show me
and the winner
some engineering. And man, oh yeah, the winner is. So yeah, I would tell you, even if this thing did not transform, if it was just a static mech with a pilot, you would probably enjoy the crud out of it all day long.
I love the silhouette in the background.
Yeah. Again, packaging, art, photography. It is crisp, gorgeous photos of the actual piece. It's a hardy book.
And there's animated drawings in it too.
So also everything is laid out too. You got English, and then I'm gonna go ahead and say
Japanese.
It's
from Nickelodeon. So
some products do come in and they may only have the Japanese or the Chinese. This has got both. I think you're gonna need every bit of help you can with language, because this is gonna be a pretty serious transformation. Whoa, what's going on with the head there? Okay, so
there's an LED switch in the
I just realized. Yeah, there is a way to remove a portion of Leonardo's head and place batteries in there to have LEDs to have his eyes glow. That's pretty wicked.
This is already confusing me.
Yeah, there is a lot going on here. But just at first glance, if you want to show them real quick, they show you by monochroming black and white the parts that you're not going to change, and then making you see the bronzy monochrome portions you are going to mess with. So
which is great for like colorblind people like myself.
For colorblind people, or just simply because when you're looking at this thing,
it's so confusing because of all the different minor parts. But when you're looking at it as a whole, it really does look like a simple enough transformation.
Yeah. But don't take this thing lightly. If you think you're going to just open it and just have it together. The Horseman came together real quick and easy, but these are completely different toys. With this guy, with this Leonardo, set aside some real time. You don't want to rush this one. Like I said, we're only going to be able to go through certain components of it. Now that we have it out,
should we build this?
I think we could build that. And I think that's about as much as we're going to be able to build. This figure really could enjoy probably a solid 2-hour show of its own, without even trying.
But we'd be fast forwarding on everything.
Yeah, we would be doing a lot of fast forwarding.
So what we're going to do now for you guys is we'll build the base and set up the display and show you how we're going to display it here in the base, in our layer. That is if we have time. Do we have time today?
Yeah, let's get this base together. I think between the two of us, we can get it together.
Well, then, let's get started, shall we? First off, let's remove Leonardo from any possible harm or damage. This foam is awesome that it was wrapped in. The look out.
Yeah. You got it right there.
Yeah. I just want to stare at this thing all day.
Again, I mean, I know we're trying to show you this, you guys, in the video. It really is far more impressive than even we can try to explain. Having it in person. I didn't ask AJ cost. He kind of, alluded, but you know what? I will say, without even knowing the price, the level of work and money it goes into being able to make a project like this.
Worth it.
Yeah, and this isn't just producing a ton of parts and molds and slapping them together. There's a ridiculous amount of actual metal involved in that thing. So parts that really need to be put together.
Okay, so it looks like this holds these together.
Okay.
This.
All right.
It comes in behind it.
Line those together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we need.
Let's see. So we got some forward scaffolding. Looks like we got the pieces that are going to hold.
Here. So we go. Yeah. One. There you go. And see the shake? There we go. Okay, and then I need this. Here, right? This one? It goes there. Yeah. Here.
Be patient, you guys, just for a moment while we get our acts together here.
Yeah, don't mind us.
Yeah.
You know what I actually will do? Why don't we go ahead and pause? We'll put this thing back together and we'll come back when we're done so that you guys aren't here watching us and being bored. So with that, we'll go ahead and take a quick time out, play you guys one of our cool commercials we have, and we will be right back.
How you doing, folks? Richard from Katz Collectibles here, showing you some of the wrestling figures we have to offer, just a minute section of it. We offer pretty much everything, vintage to modern toys, DC, Marvel, Power Rangers, G.I. Joe. Anything that we have in stock or have the ability to get for you, if you're looking for it, you can reach out to us on any form of social media. If we don't have it in stock or have the ability to get to it, I can usually find someone that can lead you in the right direction. You can also follow us on our podcast at KS Customs on YouTube and Spotify. We'll teach you how to make custom action figures of your own, how to paint and assemble different figures. So anything you're looking for. Also, we offer video games, video game console, as well as some console repairs. So if you want to reach out to us, you can reach us through any form of social media. That's KS Collectibles. Collectibles also spelled with a K. I'd like to thank AJ from Forbidden Panel. Follow forbiddenpanel.com. I happen to appear on their website all the time and their PanelCast. So join us for all the fun coming from them too. Appreciate you guys.
And we're back. What's up, everybody? So yeah, we had to take a quick break, and we came back, and look what we did. Wow, is all I can say. This thing is awesome. The figure itself is articulate as hell. It's gorgeous. The setup it came with, this whole thing, is ready for a diorama. I want to just put all kinds of different figures in here. And just do photo shoots with it all automatically and have fun with it. I am really impressed with it. Scared at the same time because I don't want to break anything. It feels like a sturdy enough figure, but fragile enough to where I feel like any wrong turn and I'm gonna strip something. I'm gonna tweak something. I can already tell it's gonna be displayed more often than it will be brought down. Or transformed. I'll probably put it in the van one time. Maybe when the other figures are finally released, I'll do something more with them. But I think for now, it's just going to sit like this for the time being.
I saw in the instructions a couple of things. When it is a van, Leonardo does fit in it and drives it like a van. So It's not just a van that's not actually functional. Like it's functional for at least the driver.
And the other figures that are coming out like this that do transform, are coming with other versions of their smaller characters as well. They can all fit in the van, and they can all fit in the tank that's coming up. And I'm sure the transforming figures that they'll have with the corresponding characters will also be able to fit all the different characters into them too. So it'll be one big universe. And then, like I said, all the different accoutrement that they come with will be able to attach to the van and the tank and all the different vehicles that they transform, their alt modes. So I'm very excited for this line, and I'm already saving up and have already taken out another mortgage on the house to pay for all these this series coming out. Joel, what do you think?
I mean, like AJ was saying, there's you kind of have to just kind of stick to a few things to collect for money reasons and stuff. But I'm going to have to say, even though I don't necessarily go as far down this realm with as much of this stuff as I have, but I'm highly contemplating getting it anyway. Like you said, it's pretty much, if it was just the turtle alone and it transformed into the van, it would be pretty amazing. But the fact that it comes pretty much diorama ready, it is a diorama. The scaffolding itself, this isn't the only position it goes into. In the instructions we saw, you can go flat. You can do a lot of different stuff. All of the structure here, it can do more than just what you're seeing here.
This will turn into a garage to work on the van, or an armory to set up the van. Like it's multifunctional. And I'm sure that the other pieces that are going to come with the other figures will also be interchangeable, and you can build your own like little
giant base.
Yeah, your turtle tunnels or what have you.
Yeah. Yeah, there's slots in the back for both of the pistols and both the katanas.
So you see like the swords are here, and then the gun blades are here. Yeah,
they really they're just, we're not going to have enough words right now to express it to you. It is kind of one of those things that I feel probably 100% solid saying that if you did put the money into this, you're going to feel like you got something.
You will not be disappointed.
You're not going to be disappointed. It's something you're going to hoard and keep. And even when you're taking your guitar and putting it in the pawn shop, it'll be the guitar, not this. It's
don't let your wife get this in the divorce.
No,
she will want it.
Yeah,
because she'll see how much you love it.
Yeah,
it also comes with these little parts here that connect to the diorama, which will then allow you to elevate your figure so you can hold it up in a pose.
Yep.
I'll show you in the book real quick, and then we're gonna have to wrap this up real fast. But just so you get an idea, so when you attach the pegs to the back, you can display them like that. So he's lifted up and elevated, almost like in an flying attack pose. Again, I'm excited. I don't know how big the rooftops have to be for this mech to be able to run across it, but how huge the sewer tunnels will have to be. But I'm excited for the rest of the line.
For people who are not into this but love someone that is, if you, I don't know, man, they graduated with their masters, I don't know, something absolutely super crazy. If you were considering getting the epitome of something Ninja Turtle for somebody, you're not going to miss with this. It'll blow their mind out of their head. They're not gonna know what to say.
There is the Hasbro version of the Party Wallop turtle van that's out there right now that you can pick up. I believe they're running at about anywhere from $20 to $50.
Yeah.
That you can pick up at any Walmart or Target or what have you. And it's a version of this, but it's simpler and interchangeable, where the heads can pop off and you can have the different characters take over those vans. And those are cool. And I had considered picking those up until I saw this one.
It's not even the same level of toy. The others, they are cool. Like I just said, they are cool for the price point. You can't even compare them.
I might get one just to do a comparison here on the show.
Yeah.
But I think I would have to raffle it off immediately afterwards, because compared to this, it would not hold a candle. And that's not to talk bad about it. It's just saying that it's its own toy and its own wear, its own genre. Which
it's like comparing apples to A-bombs.
Right.
Yeah.
So with that, we'll go ahead and wrap up with this episode. Thank you, Joel from Fictional Studios, for joining us.
Thanks, AJ, for having me. I appreciate it.
I do have to say, unboxing was a lot more fun with with you around, with having somebody else around.
Likewise.
Lower. But anyway, thanks for bringing your great toys with you. We hope you guys enjoyed all of our stuff. Check out Fictional Studios on Instagram. You can check out ForbiddenPanel.com. We'll have all these pictures and close-ups and zooms of all these images and stuff all over the place on the website to show you guys. And we hope you pick up your own toys. And if you want to see us review anything else, if you have any toys you have to review yourself, let us know. Shoot us an email. If you have your own geeky man cave, please shoot us an email too. We're starting a new series, which I don't want to get too deep into. But if you have your own little forbidden lair, let's say, like we do, contact us. Drop us an email, forbiddenpanel@gmail.com, and we might be paying you a visit soon. You have some toys you want us to review and talk about, anything you've seen on the show, let us know, and we'll be more than happy to unbox and show you.
Yeah, we hope that this unboxing helped you guys decide kind of where you want to put your money if it happens to be some of these items. We're going to promote and open boxes of things that we purchased because we really wanted them. So
right.
That's why you're seeing them. We enjoy these products ourselves. But yeah, thanks a lot for spending your time with us. It was super cool.
The next unboxing video we do will be my Grail video. We'll be unboxing my Grail figure. So yeah, that's gonna be awesome. Thanks everybody for tuning in, and we will see you all on the next episode.
Happy collecting.